Welcome back into the Sports Source. In this segment, I wanted to help VFL Jerron Mayman, who's been on the show a couple times, get the word out about a community outreach project that he's working with. Visit UnitedImpactFoundation.com for all the details about this program that he is growing here in East Tennessee. You can reach out to him through the website. Community outreach is kind of the basketball camp involved, but also you're talking mentorship programs, leadership programs. It covers a lot of issues. You can chat with him about it. UnitedImpactFoundation.com. Visit that today to chat with VFL Jerron Mayman. Okay, let's open up with the. Let's get a tight shot here, there, Chris. Come on, we got the feast, Chris. I thought my director. There we go. Look at that delicious cicada. I've been promoting this the entire show because I think there are some people that are going to tune in and call their buddies just to watch this, and I think there's some people who do not want to be anywhere near of it. So I wanted to give them plenty of warning. Bob, I cannot believe you eat these things. That said, all right, first time since 1997, Tennessee baseball won the East Division. 1997. It's a long time, guys. Needed a win over South Carolina yesterday. Needed Vanderbilt to lose it to Kentucky last night. They did in the ninth inning. Tennessee got the win over South Carolina. Kentucky beat Vandy in the ninth inning. Tennessee wins the SEC East. An incredible rebuilding job by Tony Vitello. An unbelievable job. Vince, congratulations as part of the broadcast team. What does this mean for Tennessee in terms of the tournaments coming up?
Well, they end up getting the 2 seed, which is huge.
In the SEC tournament.
In the SEC tournament in Hoover. You avoid being in that single elimination Tuesday, which was monstrous. And now Arkansas is on the other side of the bracket. And Vanderbilt ends up being on the other side of the bracket until later on when it crosses over a little bit. But I think it's fantastic. And then obviously it's something to really hang your hat on in terms of winning the East. They also won all 5 of the road series, which they've never won 5 road series in conference play. They won all 4 back in 1994, but it was a 24-game schedule at the time. So they continue to check the boxes on all these things that haven't been done in a long time.
Regional, super regional. Good chance they're both in Knoxville.
Yes. Kendall Rogers from D1 Baseball, who is so in tune and really good at predicting who gets what in the NCAA baseball tournament, he thinks that Tennessee would be the number 4 national seed, and he called them a lock to be a national seed, which would mean if you being approved regional host, if you win, you get to host a super regional as well. That has never happened at Tennessee before. In this current regional, super regional format, Tennessee has never hosted a super regional before. So again, uncharted territory, and that could go a long way if you get to the College World Series in getting the facilities that Tennessee so desperately needs.
All right, on the other side of the spectrum, the Lady Vols softball team got a win on Friday. Lost yesterday to James Madison, had to play an elimination game last night against Liberty. Lost that. Let's take a look at Twitter. Tennessee softball put out a note saying, well, we didn't have enough. There's the final score. And the reactions? Immediately. It's time the Weeklies need to retire effective immediately. And then below that, fire the Weeklies. And he sent it to AD Danny White. And below that, Karen and Ralph need to do the right thing and retire. They have tried to transition from small ball and they can't produce. Their career postseason coaching record speaks for itself. I remember 15 years ago when the Weeklies were the greatest thing since sliced bread, and people who had never paid any attention to softball started paying attention because they had the great run with Monica Abbott. And then it kind of, it's got its core people that follow it. But now, fire them. Impressive. It was a nice run by the Weeklies, but it's time to go.
This shows you everybody has a shelf life in the minds of some short-minded fans.
I would also like to know the people that want them fired. Okay, let's go back and see. Have you been tweeting all season? Have you followed it all season? Have you been to one game? I mean, so much of this stuff is just people. Tennessee lost. Get rid of whoever it was.
Yeah, it's been a while since they've made the Women's College World Series. That's part of the frustration. I want to say 2017, something like that. So they don't.
4 whole years.
Right. They shouldn't be fired. But there should be another level for them.
Should they be forced to retire immediately?
No.
You sure? Okay. All right. What about, can you get rid of them with cause?
Yeah.
I hear that works. I hear that works at Tennessee. All right, let's visit in Bob Hodges' wet market. You didn't bring in the bat or pangolin, but you did bring in your cicadas. Ryan, I'm putting you up first.
And here's the deal. Here's how this started 17 years ago. I was working as outdoor writer at the News Sentinel.
Needs to be kind of
and
quick.
reading about cicadas and
Go ahead and eat
how
one.
the Native Americans really look forward to these things coming out. And I thought, here's the deal: most people that eat stuff don't eat things that taste bad.
I mean, they're interesting to look at.
They have a smell. They smell like
They have a smell,
like,
yeah.
like peanuts.
Yeah, that surprised me.
on.
I can't do that.
What are the odds on Chucky's C note?
Oh,
Is Chuck gonna do it?
Chuck will do it, baby. I've tasted worse.
Vince?
No, I'm good. Look, my mom is the best cook in the world, and if she made this, I'd be like, no, Mom, I'm good. I'll take
Well,
some pasta.
this is actually, I told my mom, I said, I'm going to say on TV, this is your cicada recipe. And this is basically just cornmeal. I
Yeah,
mean,
kinda
there's
like
nothing
peanut butter.
with salt.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Cornmeal and salt.
I don't know that I'd get past the texture.
Yeah.
My problem. I should. I'm
Does
the
it
host.
feel
I
like you're
should.
eating a bug, though? It
No,
doesn't feel
John,
like,
you gonna do it?
it doesn't seem like you're eating a bug.
I just
I don't think I
those
can pull
big
it off.
eyes looking at me, you know.
I don't think. Yeah. So
Oh,
eat
that's
it.
what makes it fun.
The strangest thing I've ever eaten. We needed Josh Ward here. A couple of weeks ago, he was telling
Yeah.
us he's eaten scorpion in Thailand. He's eaten kangaroo in Australia.
Yeah, more exotic. over
Yeah,
here,
he's like Bob. He's what we call a freak. But no, the strangest thing I've ever eaten is haggis, and that's really not that strange.
No,
it tastes.
here,
It tastes
taste
like.
one. Taste one. Remember when we had bear at my house,
Yes.
and you were surprised at how good the bear was?
Or at least that's what I told you.
Yeah.
Or at least that was me being a friendly guest.
He's tempted, right? Yeah,
I'm
he's thinking
tempted. I
about it.
should do it, but I just, I tell you what, I'll eat a beignet though. That's who wants a beignet? Have a beignet down there, Ryan.
I'll do
Vince
that.
went to all this trouble.
Yeah.
Who's going to take a bite of a beignet?
And these are
You're
low carb, high
These are
protein.
not. Chuck,
No-
you going to take a bite of a beignet?
There's no gluten, and I don't even know what gluten really is, but there ain't none in here, and they're organic.
You know, no, I should have put these in the Southeast Termite and Pest Control segment.
That's how they got to be cooked.
But that's all right. So these poor things. See, I'm a different guy. These poor bugs. I hate bugs. Hate them. But these guys, 17 years
In the
they've been in the
ground.
ground.
Yeah.
They come up and they immediately wind up in mouths on the Sports Source set. Anyway, I know people are going to email and say, "Oh, you doing that? You could talk sports." It's one segment in 18 years. Get over it. I'll be long dead the next time the cicadas are back, so you don't have to worry about seeing it again in the Sports Source ever. But it is, I will say this. We talked last year when the COVID thing started. Who would eat bat and pangolin? Probably the same kind of man who'd eat a bug.
Pangolins are a lot harder to catch around here.
Harder to catch around here. Chuck, were you impressed? I'm impressed you tried it.
It was okay. I wouldn't do it every year.
Well, would you do it every 17 years?
Yes,
That's
probably.
the question.
Yes.
Beignets are excellent.
They are.
Thank you. Cafe du Monde, that's the mix, which is straight from New Orleans. Just live there, it's awesome.
All right.
Okay, I'll try one of these.
Talked you into it.
I'm still looking at the bugs. I may. Oh, gosh.
Too bad.
All right. So somebody emailed me or texted me yesterday or tweeted me, whatever, you contacted me and said, how good is Tennessee really? Can they really make the College World Series? Vince, if you're one of these top seeds, you're expected to make the College World Series. Now, the danger is expectations.
Sure.
You know, it's not, well, they're a failure if they don't make it. But they got as good a shot as anybody in the country. This team is loaded.
Yeah, and they do. A couple reasons. One, I think they don't have a weakness, right? There's some teams that are very offensive, very pitching oriented. Maybe their defense isn't very good. That's been an issue for the Florida Gators. I think Tennessee checks all the boxes. Maybe they don't have the elite top of the first round draft type of projected guys like Vanderbilt does with their starters, and they can hit 1 through 9. I really think they have an outstanding coaching staff that's had continuity. They're getting guys, their key guys are getting hot late, and they're very versatile in their pitching staff. It will depend on matchups. You may get a bad matchup somewhere, but I do think Tennessee has a great chance to be in the College World Series.
Should we go ahead and pack our bags?
Ma.
Yeah, I would.
And by the way, if you're eating cicadas or beignets today, nothing washes it down like English Mountain Spring Water. Thanks to all these guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here, No Food, next Sunday at 11 a.m. on the Sports Source. Thank you.